Do you believe that true love is out of reach without the whims of fate, intense emotions, or plain luck? Many people think of love as an unpredictable blend of destiny, chemistry, and serendipity. But what if I told you that you could draw the person you desire to you? Not by luck or persuasion, but through the powerful principles of Stoicism. This ancient philosophy does more than teach emotional resilience. It opens doors to building and nurturing authentic, lasting relationships with that special someone. Imagine a life where you're free from anxiety and insecurity, where you understand and own your true worth. You express this confidently, no longer resorting to tactics or games. To attain this, embrace Stoicism's core teaching: we cannot control others, we can only control ourselves. When you master yourself, you naturally attract others, not just with your outward presence, but with an inner strength and tranquility that are profoundly appealing. In today's video, we'll dive into the 10 Stoic secrets to truly attract the person you've longed for. These secrets aren't quick fix tricks. They're profound insights that foster change from within, drawing relationships that are sustainable and meaningful. Prepare to open both your heart and mind, as this journey through Stoicism will empower you to become your best self. And in doing so, attract the right person into your life. Before we start, I have a small challenge for you. Watch this video until the end, taking in every insight. Each principle we share today has the potential not only to transform your perspective on love, but to strengthen your character and prepare you for the relationship you deserve. And as a commitment to your journey, let me know in the comments by saying, "I deserve to have my specific person," or "I'm very attractive." Don't forget to subscribe to Victory in Silence if you haven't yet. There's so much more to come that will enrich your path forward. Finally, if this resonates, share this video with someone who could benefit from this wisdom, and let's keep this journey going together. Number 1. Cultivate inner peace at first. Stoicism, often seen as a philosophy of discipline and resilience, might not appear relevant to matters of the heart. Yet, in truth, love begins where inner peace resides. Stoicism invites us to look inward, to build and nurture a stable sanctuary within ourselves. If you wish to attract someone meaningful into your life, the journey starts by cultivating a peace that radiates from the depths of your soul. Imagine moving through life's daily trials, its obstacles and anxieties, not as someone who is buffeted by external forces, but as someone anchored in an unshakable inner calm. When you face challenges, you don't let them destabilize you. Instead, you understand that while you may not control these external pressures, you do control your response to them. This grounded reaction is what sets you apart. It builds resilience, sharpens your focus, and gives rise to a unique strength that naturally draws people to you. Marcus Aurelius eloquently reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. His words urge us to cultivate our own internal world first, as true strength and, consequently, genuine attractiveness come from this inner mastery. This peace is not an illusion or a facade. It is a deep-seated state of being that emanates from self-acceptance and a clear understanding of one's own worth. To attract true love, we must start with self-love. This doesn't mean indulging in mere self-appreciation, but rather diving into the depths of who we are, acknowledging both our strengths and our limitations. Recognize your own values and goals. Identify what genuinely matters to you and discern what lies beyond your control. Such clarity allows you to shed the need for approval or validation from others. You become more than enough in your own eyes. It's essential to remember that love cannot be forced. You cannot will someone else's heart into your hands. What you can do, however, is set intentions that welcome love. In doing so, you open your life to connection without clinging to control. Let love come when it's meant to, trusting that peace within yourself will allow it to arrive naturally. Inner peace, as the Stoics taught, is not a single achievement, but a continuous journey. Every moment spent cultivating this harmony strengthens the foundation of your life and allows you to approach relationships with an open heart. And as you develop this inner sanctuary, you will find that it not only benefits you, but also enhances your presence, becoming a magnet that naturally draws the right people toward you. Number 2, focus on self-improvement. In Stoicism, the pursuit of self-improvement is not just encouraged, it is fundamental. This philosophy teaches us that the process of becoming better is essential, not to satisfy others, but to fulfill our own potential. When we focus on self-betterment, we elevate ourselves to a level where our presence resonates with authenticity and depth, drawing people in by the energy we emit. Self-improvement begins with self-awareness. This isn't a superficial glance at who we are, it's a deep dive, a courageous willingness to see ourselves without judgment or pretense. Have you ever looked inward to assess not just your strengths, but also those areas that need work? True growth lies in this introspection, in having the humility to recognize where we fall short and the resolve to transform these areas. Marcus Aurelius, a philosopher king, encapsulates this journey beautifully. Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if you will ever dig. This quote invites us to mine the depths of our being, to uncover virtues, and align us with our own principles. Through such introspection, we reveal inner resources and strengths that we may not have known we possessed. True self-improvement isn't about changing ourselves to fit someone else's ideal. Rather, it's about cultivating qualities that uplift us and enhance our character. As we develop qualities like patience, empathy, and resilience, we align ourselves with the values we seek in a partner. This natural alignment is what attracts meaningful relationships, as it signals to others that we are grounded in ourselves and in our purpose. Moreover, personal growth involves honing the soft skills that enable us to connect with others deeply. Communication, active listening, and empathy. These qualities, when cultivated authentically, bridge the emotional gaps between us and others. Think about it, people are often drawn to those who listen without judgment, who make others feel seen and understood. Such interactions create bonds that go beyond words, forming connections rooted in respect and genuine understanding. In the end, self-improvement is both an inner journey and a way to make ourselves more attractive, not by altering who we are, but by radiating a grounded, positive energy that others feel drawn to. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. By dedicating ourselves to personal growth, we embody a quiet confidence that inspires and attracts, ultimately creating the space for meaningful relationships. Number 3, live in the present moment. In the complex journey of life, it's common for people to be swept away by regrets of the past and worries for the future. We often find ourselves mentally replaying old mistakes, wishing we had chosen differently, or projecting anxieties onto a future that has yet to unfold. But if we truly pause, if we give ourselves the gift of the present moment, we encounter a profound truth. Only the present exists in its fullness, ready to be experienced and appreciated. Living in the present moment isn't merely an abstract concept, it's a skill, an art that requires practice and mindfulness. When we immerse ourselves fully in the now, we allow ourselves to engage deeply with life and with those around us. Imagine being with someone you care about, your mind undistracted, free from concerns about past regrets or future plans. Instead of drifting into worries, you give this person your full, undivided attention. You listen, not merely with your ears, but with your heart and presence. This level of focus not only deepens your understanding of them, but also strengthens the bond between you. True connection thrives in moments of undivided presence. Moreover, living in the present brings a remarkable sense of freedom. Without the burden of past errors or future uncertainties, we find ourselves lighter, happier, and more at peace. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will." His words remind us that while we cannot rewrite the past or predict the future, we can embrace the richness of each present moment. When we accept that the past cannot be altered, and the future is not within our grasp, we open ourselves to fully experience life as it is, not as we wish it to be. Marcus Aurelius reinforces this wisdom, urging us to confine yourself to the present. In doing so, we become more attractive and magnetic to others. Why? Because we exude confidence, calmness, and an open willingness to face each day as it comes, free from obsession over things beyond our control. This calm and untroubled energy draws others to us naturally, creating a lasting and genuine connection. Living in the present is not a fleeting state. It's a practice that transforms how we relate to ourselves and others, enriching every interaction with authenticity and joy. Number 4, communicate with compassion. Communication in its truest form is more than words. It is the art of understanding, a delicate dance of listening, empathy, and compassion. Stoic philosophy teaches that true compassion in communication begins not with speaking, but with listening deeply and earnestly, without judgment. Marcus Aurelius in his Meditations offers timeless advices. Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize? This quote speaks volumes about empathy. Before judging, we are reminded to look inward, to confront our own flaws and biases, thereby fostering a more compassionate response toward others. When we communicate with compassion, we go beyond hearing words. We listen with our hearts, striving to truly understand the feelings and perspectives of the person before us. Instead of formulating a response or judgment, we take a moment to consider what they might be experiencing. This deep level of listening creates a connection that transcends superficial understanding, allowing others to feel valued and respected in our presence. Compassionate communication also involves a willingness to step into the shoes of the other person. It requires slowing down, paying attention to subtle cues, and asking ourselves why someone might act or feel a certain way. Every individual has insecurities, fears, and desires, often deeply rooted and sometimes invisible even to themselves. By taking time to empathize, we can respond with patience and understanding rather than with reaction. As Seneca observed, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. This reminder highlights how, by practicing compassion, we can help others move past their imaginary fears and find comfort and relief in our presence. Self-reflection plays a vital role in compassionate communication. When we recognize our own struggles and shortcomings, it becomes easier to see others as complex individuals on their own journeys. In practicing self-awareness, we realize that, at our core, we share the same vulnerabilities and strengths as those around us. Compassion is not about pity, it's about connection. It's about recognizing ourselves in others and responding with kindness, patience, and empathy. When you communicate with compassion, you create a welcoming space where others feel truly heard. People are naturally drawn to those who offer them understanding and respect. Compassionate communication builds trust and forms the foundation of lasting relationships, helping us to establish bonds that go beyond the surface. As you practice this art, you will find that others respond warmly to your sincerity, drawn not to your words alone, but to the genuine care that radiates from within. This is the true power of compassion in communication, a power that Stoicism teaches us to wield with humility and grace. Number 5. Maintain personal integrity in Stoic philosophy. Integrity is the bedrock of a fulfilling and meaningful life. It is also a powerful force that draws people to you in a genuine way, far beyond superficial attraction. Seneca, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, once stated, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." These words remind us that integrity means steadfastly doing and saying what is right, regardless of the circumstances or consequences. When we commit to this unwavering sense of self-honesty, we cultivate a sense of inner strength that cannot be easily swayed by fleeting temptations or the shifting tides of external pressures. Imagine yourself striving to attract someone you deeply admire. What do you think will draw this person to you? It isn't boastful words or grand gestures that leave a lasting impression. Instead, it's your quiet, sincere commitment to your values and your consistent actions. People are inherently drawn to those they can trust. This trust, however, cannot be manufactured. It must be earned through a life lived authentically and honorably. Integrity is much more than simply keeping promises. It means living in a way that aligns with your deepest convictions, even when no one else is watching. It's about maintaining a personal code that you refuse to compromise, not for convenience, not for personal gain, and not to impress others. Take a moment to reflect on the principles that define who you are. Ask yourself, what are the non-negotiable values that guide my life? Am I willing to stand by them even in difficult situations? Do I have the courage to resist temptations that might momentarily seem appealing? By confronting these questions, you gain a clearer understanding of your true self and the strength of your character. This clarity brings a profound peace of mind, a self-assurance that makes you resilient against the external forces that might otherwise sway you. Living with integrity not only enhances your own life, but also naturally attracts others to you. People are drawn to those who radiate authenticity and reliability, for it is in these qualities that they find safety, respect, and admiration. Remember, true attraction stems from inner values, not outer appearances. When you live in alignment with your principles, you create a magnetic energy that inspires others and strengthens your relationships. Integrity doesn't demand perfection. It asks only for a commitment to be true to yourself and to honor your own standards. In doing so, you become a beacon of sincerity and strength, illuminating the way for others to find inspiration in your unwavering authenticity. Number 6. Exercise gratitude. Gratitude, according to Stoic wisdom, is a virtue that enhances both our internal peace and external appeal. An attractive person is not simply someone who has everything going smoothly in life, but rather one who can find gratitude even in the face of challenges. It may sound difficult, even unreasonable, to be thankful during hardships, but Stoic philosophy teaches that true strength and beauty lie in our ability to embrace life with an open heart, accepting both its joys and trials. Life's obstacles are often unexpected, unwelcome guests. Yet, it's important to recognize that these challenges are outside of our control, and we can only choose how we respond to them. Instead of complaining or spreading negativity, try reframing the difficulties you face. Rather than seeing them as setbacks, view them as stepping stones, opportunities for growth, resilience, and learning. Ask yourself, how much more appealing is a person who faces their problems with courage rather than complaint? People are naturally drawn to those who choose to uplift rather than drag down. Epictetus, another profound Stoic philosopher, reminds us of this perspective shift with his words. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. This powerful reminder underscores the importance of focusing on what we do have rather than lamenting what we lack. When we cultivate gratitude, we align ourselves with positivity and self-contentment, creating a ripple effect that touches everyone around us. A grateful heart doesn't just transform your own experience, it also influences the mood and spirit of those in your presence, offering them a sense of hope and warmth. Practicing gratitude, however, is not about ignoring challenges or dismissing difficulties. It is about maintaining a balanced perspective, understanding that while challenges may exist, they do not overshadow the many blessings and opportunities in our lives. This mindset helps us retain inner stability and resilience, no matter what life throws our way. Grateful individuals exude a calm, unshakable confidence that others find naturally alluring. By focusing on the positive, you radiate a kind of energy that draws people to you, creating an atmosphere of comfort and encouragement. Starting today, make gratitude a daily practice. Take a moment to appreciate the small joys and victories in your life, even on difficult days. By releasing negativity and welcoming positive energy, you'll find yourself better equipped to handle life's uncertainties with grace and poise. This resilience not only enhances your own sense of happiness and fulfillment, but also makes you a person others feel inspired to be around. Gratitude, at its core, transforms not only the way we see the world, but also the way the world sees us. Number 7, practice humility. Humility is a virtue that's often underestimated, yet it has the power to transform not only our own lives, but also the relationships we build. In a world where self-promotion and boasting are often mistaken for confidence, humility stands out as a quiet strength. Stoic philosophy emphasizes humility as a means of staying grounded, allowing us to develop a clear and realistic understanding of ourselves. Humility does not mean thinking less of ourselves, but rather thinking of ourselves less. It's about acknowledging our achievements without the need to constantly broadcast them, and understanding that our worth does not diminish by valuing the contributions of others. Marcus Aurelius, in his reflective work Meditations, emphasized humility in his approach to life, stating, "Receive without conceit, release without struggle." This simple yet profound advice reminds us that humility enables us to accept both our successes and losses with grace. When we practice humility, we recognize the intrinsic value of others and understand that no one individual is the center of the universe. This makes us more approachable, relatable, and trustworthy. Qualities that are naturally attractive to others, especially to those we seek to connect with on a deeper level. Humility also invites us to truly listen to others. When we're humble, we're not preoccupied with pushing our opinions or seeking validation through dominance. Instead, we genuinely open ourselves to hearing different perspectives, which creates a more meaningful, respectful dialogue. Imagine a conversation where you focus not on what you'll say next, but on deeply understanding the other person's point of view. This level of attentiveness conveys sincerity, which is magnetic in any relationship. Furthermore, humility helps us maintain peace in our interactions. Arrogance and pride are often the culprits behind conflicts, leading to stubbornness and resentment. When we practice humility, we can acknowledge our own mistakes without feeling ashamed, and we can forgive others more readily. In a relationship, this creates a safe and comforting space where both sides feel valued and understood. The ability to accept others' flaws and to move beyond disagreements is a foundation for relationships built on trust, respect, and empathy. By embodying humility, we project a sense of authenticity and honesty that others naturally gravitate toward. We're not hiding behind a facade or trying to appear better than we are. Instead, we show up as our true selves, inviting others to do the same. In doing so, humility doesn't just make us more attractive, it makes us more human, allowing genuine connections to flourish. Number 8. Understand and apply the dichotomy of control. One of the core teachings of Stoic philosophy is the dichotomy of control, a concept introduced by Epictetus that profoundly shifts our approach to life and relationships. The dichotomy of control divides the elements of life into two categories: those that are within our control and those that are not. Within our control are our own actions, thoughts, and reactions. Beyond our control are external factors such as other people's opinions, behaviors, and life events. This principle is liberating. By accepting that we cannot control everything, we relieve ourselves from unnecessary worry and frustration. In relationships, this understanding helps us approach interactions with a sense of calmness and self-assurance. When we focus on improving ourselves, our actions, our reactions, and our mindset, rather than trying to control how others perceive or respond to us, We create a foundation for more genuine connections. This practice allows us to be our authentic selves without being preoccupied with gaining approval or fearing rejection. Imagine, for example, that you want to build a meaningful connection with someone. Instead of anxiously overthinking how to make them like you, channel that energy into becoming the best version of yourself. Show kindness, integrity, and attentiveness, not because you expect something in return, but because these are qualities within your control. This authenticity shines through, making your presence more comforting and magnetic. When we release the need to control others' reactions, we find ourselves acting more confidently and freely. People are drawn to this confidence because it reflects a stable sense of self-worth. The dichotomy of control also empowers us to handle rejection or disagreement with resilience. If someone doesn't respond positively to us, it doesn't mean we have failed. It simply means that their response was never in our hands to begin with. Epictetus emphasized that our peace of mind depends not on external validation but on our own actions and principles. By focusing on what we can control, we experience a freedom that goes beyond external circumstances. This freedom enhances not only our own well-being but also the quality of our relationships. By embodying this Stoic wisdom, we move through life with a proactive mindset, engaging fully with the things we can influence, while gracefully accepting what we cannot. This acceptance doesn't mean passivity. It's a conscious choice to invest our energy where it truly matters. In relationships, this approach fosters a sense of stability and maturity. When others see that we're not easily rattled by things beyond our control, they sense a deeper strength within us, a resilience that's both attractive and inspiring. Ultimately, understanding and applying the dichotomy of control helps us live with purpose and clarity, allowing us to nurture relationships that are built on genuine connection rather than dependency. This mindset not only empowers us, but also draws others into a space of trust, respect, and mutual appreciation. In learning to release what we cannot hold and refine what we can, we cultivate relationships that flourish naturally, grounded in sincerity and mutual growth. Number 9. Appreciate differences. Stoic philosophy teaches us the immense value of appreciating and respecting the differences among individuals. In a world that often pressures us to conform, Stoicism reminds us that genuine strength lies in embracing what makes each person unique. Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "Learn to be indifferent to what makes no difference." This quote encourages us to release unnecessary judgments and instead find peace in accepting diversity. By learning to appreciate others for who they truly are, we pave the way for stronger, more authentic relationships. Embracing differences doesn't mean passively accepting all behavior. Rather, it's about recognizing that each person brings a unique set of experiences, perspectives, and values. Trying to change others to fit our ideals only builds frustration and weakens the connection. However, by appreciating their unique qualities, we build relationships based on respect and trust. This openness enriches our own lives, inviting new ideas and perspectives that encourage personal growth. Differences between individuals are opportunities for exploration and understanding. They allow us to expand beyond our own worldviews, enriching our relationships with a depth that sameness cannot provide. In relationships, being able to appreciate these distinctions can strengthen bonds, making connections feel more natural and enduring. When you see others as mirrors that reflect different parts of life, you become a more compassionate and open-minded individual, naturally attracting others who feel valued and accepted in your presence. Number 10. Seek wisdom for Stoics. The pursuit of wisdom is central to a fulfilled life. Marcus Aurelius captured this sentiment perfectly when he said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." In a world where external circumstances are often beyond our control, Stoicism teaches us that true happiness and inner peace come from within, shaped by our thoughts and the knowledge we pursue. Wisdom is not merely the accumulation of knowledge. It's the art of applying insight to everyday life. Seeking wisdom cultivates emotional and spiritual growth, helping us navigate relationships and challenges with grace and understanding. As we strive to become wiser, we elevate our own character, naturally attracting others drawn to our depth and insight. In relationships, wisdom allows us to approach others with patience, empathy, and the understanding that each person is on their own path of growth. This perspective fosters a deeper, more meaningful connection based on mutual respect and support. When we focus on self-growth, love and connection become natural parts of our journey rather than sources of stress or manipulation. We no longer seek validation from others, nor do we attempt to control them. Instead, we cultivate a life of freedom, happiness, and self-mastery, allowing those around us to do the same. Wisdom teaches us that love rooted in freedom is far more fulfilling and enduring than any attempt to control or mold others to meet our expectations. Throughout this journey into Stoic philosophy, we've explored principles that not only elevate our personal lives, but also enhance our relationships. By practicing humility, appreciating differences, and seeking wisdom, we become stronger, more compassionate individuals. Stoic values teach us that attracting others is not about superficial charm or manipulation. It's about cultivating inner strength, sincerity, and integrity. When we live authentically and embrace these timeless principles, we naturally draw others toward us, not through pretense, but through the calm confidence and depth that Stoicism instills. As you continue to apply these teachings, remember that Stoicism is a lifelong journey. It encourages us to look inward, embrace growth, and honor the unique paths of those around us. Through these practices, we create meaningful relationships rooted in trust, respect, and genuine connection. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found these insights valuable, consider subscribing to Victory in Silence for more content on Stoic wisdom and personal growth. Don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, and let us know in the comments how Stoicism has impacted your life. Together, let's build a community of strength, peace, and wisdom.